Cynthia Stafford, and for the next couple of minutes, I will attempt to share what I believe defines me up to this point in my life. At 18 years old, I believe I have experienced enough life to entice you today. I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii on February 28, 1990. I have since lived in California, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Tennessee again up until last year when I moved to Florida. As a military child, moving was not uncommon, and so wasn't the feeling of emptiness when my papa wasn't around. Even then, I had to find a way to cope with it. Here I have what I called a daddy box. Inside are the mementos that reminded me of him when he was away, so that it was like he was there. Inside I have letters, pictures, holy water from the Jordan River, and even a card with the soldier's prayer on it. And even though I call this my daddy box, I've made an exception for my late grandpa. Here is a golden horse that, when I was 6, I stole from him, but he never minded because I was his little pumpkin. My childhood may have been just a little different, but I did have one thing in common with society's youth, and that was a love for cartoons. I love cartoons, and I still prefer them to this day. My favorite show as a child was SpongeBob, and surprisingly, that show is about as old as I am, because it came out in March 1999. I had always been captivated by the humor and the subtle maturity some cartoons could put out, and they have only grown since. My favorite contributor to the cartoon universe is Disney. I never hid my adoration for Disney, and even took it so far as to start writing and drawing my own stories. Once I was playing pretend with a friend and came up with an idea of what we could play. She told me it was stupid. And even though she did that and we didn't play it that day, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I started writing about it. I started drawing about it. But 10-year-old me wasn't that good. So my favorite artist at the time, I'm not going to say her name, I contacted her because I thought, maybe she can draw my story for me. Maybe we could come together and make my dream come true. But she never replied, and that broke my heart when your hero doesn't even want to talk to you. So I started drawing my own stuff until I got really good. Disney didn't just inspire me to write and draw, and when my favorite movie, Beauty and the Beast, would play, I would sing every part, even the male parts. My sister laments about how all hours of the day, all she could hear was, "Be our guest." But it turns out, even then I was pretty good. Good as they claimed, I was mortified of people watching me sing. Only when I joined the school choir did I really begin to see that I needed to get over my fear and show the world what I could do. In my first year of high school, I was the only freshman to represent my school in the Tennessee Mid-State Honor Choir. My senior year, I was the only person to represent my school. I was accepted into the Musical Honor Society Tri-M, and I was also named Chorister of the Year next to my equally involved best friend. Choir was my life, and it was where my friends were, and where I ultimately overcame stage fright. I became stronger too, having now a vocal range of 3 octaves. In short, my friends, I may not have been on this earth long enough to earn respect from the former generation, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned anything worthwhile. I learned to be strong for my father when he was away. I learned to keep pursuing my dreams in the face of rejection, and I learned that overcoming my worst fear gave me the best memories in high school. I intend to keep learning in this class and in this life. Thank you.